Want the looks that kill? You likely already have them. If you're like me and you thought that your skin was there to protect you from the outside elements, you thought wrong. While the skin barrier is there as a first line of defense, evolution has been slow in keeping up with the toxic world that we now find ourselves in. Petroleum has snuck its way into every single aspect of our lives, whether it be transportation, our food packaging, and our clothing. I'm sure by now that most people are aware of plastics and how horrible BPA, PFAs, and phthalates are to our health. However, if you don't, comment down below, no idea, and I will be sure to make a video about that next. I digress. Back to the subject at hand. I'm more than certain that most people are completely oblivious to how much microplastics and their chemicals are absorbed through the skin. In addition to being inhaled and ingested, microplastics and the chemicals that they were treated with can potentially pass through the skin. They enter the skin through existing openings such as sweat glands, hair follicles, and open wounds. Once microplastics have reached the deeper layers of your skin, they then can enter your bloodstream, where they can end up almost anywhere in your body, including your brain. The process of entering the skin can be facilitated by sweat. Sweat will further enhance the absorption of the chemicals. Some of the most toxic chemicals that are used to treat synthetic fabrics include per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, phthalates, formaldehyde, chlorinated paraffins, azo dyes, volatile organic compounds, and certain heavy metals. These chemicals are often used to achieve properties like water resistance, stain resistance, wrinkle resistance, and vibrant colors, but they can pose health concerns when exposed to the skin or inhaled. I'm not saying go and purge all of your petroleum-based products, because that would only exacerbate the issue and contribute to more landfill. However, if you do own a bunch of this stuff, and I'm not innocent either, I do have some suggestions about how you can go forward living with these products. If you're concerned about toxicity, then definitely do not wear those garments when you are sweating, and especially not on your most porous areas, such as your pits and your groin. A bit of a conundrum, I'm sure, as most of your petrochemical-based clothing were likely purchased for exercise. In any case, try to reserve those items for low-impact workouts, such as light yoga, not hot yoga, and going for walks. Secondly, you're going to want to make sure that you're laundering these items properly. This includes using a proper wash bag, and no, not just any mesh bag, one that's designed specifically to block microplastics. You can also try washing with Plastic Purge. Plastic Purge is a new detergent that claims to have the ability to absorb and neutralize the harmful chemicals released from plastics, such as BPAs, PFAs, and phthalates. And always use the coldest wash on delicate cycle and hang to dry. Synthetics break down faster in the heat, and we want to keep these items in one piece and out of landfills for as long as possible. Petroleum is a non-renewable resource that is being used faster than it can be produced. Some predictions indicate that we could reach peak oil, meaning maximum extraction, by 2030. This day might come even sooner than we think, with AI now consuming large swaths of energy. Moreover, oil extraction often leads to degradation of air, land, and sea. But who cares, since you look good in your yoga pants? According to a new Textiles economy report in 2017, 342 million barrels of oil are used a year in making these synthetic fabrics. The 5 main types of synthetic fabrics utilized the most are polyester, nylon, spandex, acrylic, and polyurethane, also known as vegan leather. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the 2 most commonly used, which are polyester and nylon. Polyester requires high amounts of energy to produce, 3 times as much as cotton. In 2015, polyester produced for clothing emitted 282 billion kilograms of CO2. I wonder if anyone is paying a carbon tax for all of this. Or are we just going to let future generations foot the bill? Since a lot of the places where synthetics are produced lack proper regulation, often the wastewater goes untreated. This causes damage by releasing water that has been contaminated with heavy metals, toxic chemicals, and microplastics back into the environment. The second most widely used petrochemical fiber is nylon. Nylon was the first synthetic ever developed in 1935. It was created as an inexpensive silk alternative. The Second World War further expanded its usage. Since then, it has all but taken over the undergarment and swimsuit industry, as well as being used for utilitarian purposes such as ropes, tents, and parachutes. Producing nylon uses a lot of water and energy and emits nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas that is 300 times worse than carbon dioxide. Recycled and bio-based nylon is available, so look for these when shopping for an alternative. At the end of the day, all of these fibers have a few things in common. All of them are intensely resource depleting, from sourcing to manufacturing to transporting. The exploitation of the workers in these factories is shameful. The usage of these materials spews microplastics into our environment until eventually the pieces end up in a landfill or incinerated, or maybe even in your brain. Try to buy products that are made with natural fibers and not with toxic chemicals, such as cotton, hemp, and wool. Look for Oeko-Tex Standard 100 all-natural fibers. More and more advancements are being made in the fabric world, and there are way more innovative solutions to having to wear plastic. A few brands to consider the next time you're shopping for your athleisure include Girlfriend Collective, Active, Namarie, Pangaea, and Mate the Label. If you're on the hunt for some sustainable sneakers, try Veja or Allbirds. If you have to buy the fake stuff, ask companies where they source their synthetics from. There are companies out there that use recycled polyester or polyester sourced from renewable resources. The companies that do will often wear their badges proudly. Certifications to look for are the Global Recycled Standard and the Recycled Claims Standard. Not all of your favorite shops are going to be certified, but consider shooting them an email and asking them if they are certified, and if not, why the hell not? Hopefully, this puts some pressure on them to start making some changes. But do be mindful. Even though you are keeping plastics out of landfills and out of our oceans, you're still putting it on your body. So do wear mindfully.